Hello there.
General Kenobi!
What? Did we just become best friends?
Yup!
Roger, roger.
I got a bad feeling about this.
For the Republic!
Hello there.
General Kenobi!
This is where the fun begins.
Hey, Consuela, no cleaning. No cleaning while I'm doing the hologram. Shut that off!
Mr. Darth, you no have no more Windex on Star Destroyer.
Well, that's not my problem. Why don't you go out and buy some?
No, you buy.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
Yep.
Incoming transponder code received. Classification: fire spray. Designation: Darth Asylum. Captain: unknown. Port: unknown. Weapons profile: unknown. Designation: Darth Asylum. Incoming transponder code received. Classification: fire spray. Designation: Darth Asylum. Captain: unknown. Port: unknown. Weapons profile: unknown. Designation: Darth Asylum.
Gator don't play no shit. You feel me? Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Here we go. Hello there.
General Kenobi!
Hello there.
General Kenobi!
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, you awesomely beautiful people of the galaxy, and welcome again to another episode of the Darth Asylum podcast. This is episode number 13. Yes, episode number 13. I'm your host of Darth Asylum, broadcasting live from hyperspace. And yes, we made it back. It is Wednesday, and Wednesdays means podcasts. So yes, we are back with Andor Season 1, Episodes 7, 8, and 9. And yes, it's halfway through the week, so good job, everybody. So again, I hope you guys are having a great and safe week in your parts of the galaxy, and we will make it to the end to have a great and safe weekend as well. It was all the way out. Jen, have a good night. Yes, please get some sleep. But yes, we are back. It is Wednesday. Time for another episodes of Andor. So yes, again, like I said, I hope you guys are having a great and safe week in your parts of the galaxy. Stream days are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, usually attempting to start around that 12 midnight mark. That is Pacific West Coast time. I am in California. So yes, it is Wednesday. And before we go any further, let us recognize all the legends among us on both Twitch and YouTube, because I do stream on both. So right now we have on YouTube, Kay is with us. Yeah, muted, never mind. It takes a minute for me to set things up. So like if you see me show up, but then I don't start talking yet, that's usually what it is. But there are occasions where I am talking, but it is actually muted. So thank you for pointing that out, though. Either way. New Anakin Skywalker, hello back. Yes. It's Thursday now. It is not my Thursday until I go to sleep. So still it is my Wednesday night. I will stick to that. Or whatever day it happens to like roll over into. Either way, yes. It is officially, it is not my next day until I fall asleep from whatever day I woke up from. That is how my mind works, at least. But that's okay. But yes, you are correct, Shadow. It is absolutely Thursday. But let us see. On the Twitch side, we have Tactical Barbie's with us. Spino King is back. Gravewalker 1578, another Brolorian, is with us. Shadow Lex 13 with the rave dancing as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Shadow. And I know Jen is going to sleep, so thank you, Jen, for the lurk. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Always, always, always. What is? Who else is hanging out at the moment? The OG, triple OG legend himself, Almighty Sav. 19 is with us. Thank you for that, Almighty. Alpha Virgo is with us. He woke up probably just 3 seconds ago and saw we went live, so we make perfect timing regardless. Yeah. Kicking it off. But yeah, sorry, Jen. Yeah, I couldn't remember, Jen, if you had. I know hopefully you're asleep now, so I'm just talking to the figment of Jen right now, but I could have sworn I couldn't remember if Jen was there at like a beginning of a stream and saw like the intro and like, so yeah, that's essentially what my channel does is once it's goes past the stream starting stage and then goes into the actual intro and does the scroll, that's our rave time basically. And then if Shadow ever misses it, Shadow Lex that is, if she ever misses it, then we repeat it because you got to get dancing in anyway, because that's what pumps us up at some point or another, or at least that's what keeps me awake for the rest of the stream, at least, because I love me some dancing. Okay, I think that might be it so far, and okay, that covers most. Hydrate. Yes. Important though. It is important. Heart is now broken. Well, then we will send a hug specifically to Barbie then. She needs a Beskar hug if her heart's broken. Beskar hugs for you. But yes, I am super pumped because not only are we back, and it is Wednesday, so it starts a whole nother set of streaming. But yes, we got our nails painted again. So I think, what color did we go with? But I did not chip any of them away, so this is original work that is dripping and leaking all over my fingers. But you know what? That's awesome. Uh-oh. They misdirected the PS5. Man, I'm telling you, dude, we should have just went over there and picked it up for you. I mean, I legit probably, by the time it took you to get yours, I could have probably went to the store, bought you one, and mailed it to you like overnight. And we could have squared it up again. So seriously, if they screw around and something goes wrong where it just goes sideways, DM me because we're figuring something out. Yeah. If it gets lost in the mail or something, we will hope that ultimately things will work itself out and you will get what you have gotten. But either way, we will figure something out regardless. Barbie says, guess what? Guess what? What do I need to guess as I start scrolling through things? Season 2 soon, 2 epic. Absolutely, man. That is what I'm pumped about. Because see, we've literally done 2 episodes already. We've done, or 2 podcast episodes based on Andor, and literally we're already through episodes 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, and now we're going to do 7, 8, and 9 right now, and then we're going to do 10, 11, 12 next Wednesday, which basically means in 2 weeks we'll be starting season 2, and I am super crazy pumped about that. And on a side note, I am uber pumped to actually say too that I actually took the time last night and watched Maul Shadow Lord. So I did watch the first 6 episodes that they have on Disney Plus, and go watch it. Go watch Maul Shadow Lord. It is a freaking awesome story. I need to figure out where, or do a little digging a little bit to find out where ultimately the story is like I know where it takes place in the timeline ish, but I need to like refresh of like where it was coming from basically, because it's really freaking cool. It is absolutely really freaking cool. Blooming. Your pyramid cosplay is basically done. That is freaking awesome. Congratulations. Let's give Barbie a happy birthday, because that is the only celebration emote I have. But I like it because, you know, it's a cool celebration regardless. And actually, Barbie, I don't know if I told you yet or not, but I finished my Stormtrooper cosplay. So I'm done. I'm basically done. I mean, ultimately, there's still going to be things that I'm going to have to work on, like, over time. But generally, the thing is done. Like, it is done. So, yeah. So I'll be streaming with that soon, basically. So, yeah, so what I actually ended up doing the last couple of days was I pulled all my armor out, and that's what I posted in Discord in the cosplay, was that I finally was able to, like, pull all my armor, take it to the forges, basically, and just start, basically start to rework and fix things, too. So, yes, I am rebuilding, upgrading stuff, and then, yep, I'll be styling some new refurbished Beskar, I guess, if that's the word. But no, when soon, like soon, meaning like within the next probably like few weeks, honestly. I mean, because it's done. I just need to like throw it in Discord, and then like say, like, announce it and say this is going to be my cosplay stream day kind of thing. But oh yeah, you know what? I don't even know if who is or who isn't in there anymore. There's the Discord, and the link should work because I actually went and refixed it so it doesn't expire after like 7 days. It should be like an open invitation, basically, because I'm trying to cut down on my swear. Yeah, I mean, I feel you. It you know what, honestly, Grave, you know what it feels like to me? It's like when Obi-Wan picks up the blaster and kills Grievous with it, and then says, like, it's so uncivilized. Like I do my best, but then at the same time, like, I'm starting to slip a little bit. But at the same time, it's like every time, like, I say something like that, like, I always think of Obi-Wan just saying that quote. Not that it's a bad thing, absolutely, but it's like it just cracks me up, though, because it's like, I mean, it's natural, and we all do it. I mean, so it's perfectly fine. I'm gonna politely steal it. Yeah. And I'm super stoked to say that, nice, thank you for joining the Discord, Shadow. I appreciate that. I'm gonna start posting pictures of my armor too, like, in like how it is, and like real, like, my blasters and stuff like that. So, like, I'm finally gonna start, like, uploading everything I've said over the last like 3 years about, like, oh, I need to post this, I need to put that on there, I need to put this on there, I need to put that on there. It's like finally, like it felt so cool to, like, just pull the armor out and, like, all my pieces and gauntlets and just everything, and finally get my jetpack done. And it's like, yeah, I'm super pumped about that. So, okay, so anyway, where did we leave off? Are your nails Beskar gray or Grogu green? Honestly, Kay, I think it'd be Grogu green, to be honest. Like, it's seriously, like, I think it's yeah, they're kind of more Grogu green-ish. So, yeah, I'd go with that. The jacket's Beskar gray, though. Yeah, because this is a little different one other than the black one I have. So I figured for Andor, we're wearing our Rebel pin. So that's what the gray one's for Andor. Well, at least, you know what I mean. Switching it up, but anyways, but, still trying to be that, casual kind of, like, upping the game look, kind of thing. I want to cosplay Clay's look in this next episode so bad. Yeah, there's some really cool, and I started getting even more ideas after, and I have a show and tell today too. Actually, which I'll do after the ad. So I was cleaning my bloomin' room, then I stubbed my bloomin' toe, my bloomin' vanity, and a blooming sewing needle stabbed me. Nice. That's how it works. Literally, I broke my toe over a baby gate. So, yep, I feel your pain. Or working on something and stabbing myself. Actually, I cut What was I doing? I cut like a chunk of my finger out doing something actually the other day, working on something. Yeah. So it's not bleeding anymore, so we're good, right? Um, that sucks. That's just bad luck, but at the same time, yeah, that just sucks. Absolutely. Let's see. I think the ad's going on right now, so we will wait until the ad break is over with to start or to do the quick show and tell. But I will set up the intro real quick, and I have everything else. That should have been impossible, dude. Nothing is impossible. Remember that. that is a quick lesson we have all learned, is that nothing is absolutely impossible should something craziness happen regardless. So hey. Let's see. But once the ad break is over, which could have started already. Okay. We'll bring up Andor quick. Just to give a quick synopsis of it anyway, because there's not really much per episode anyway. Close that. Ads pop up everywhere. Yeah, because there's not much. Well, I guess there's a ton more of stuff too that we didn't really go over. Oh, we'll go over the production stuff. That works. That blooming sucks. Kay says on YouTube that blooming sucks. So Grave, you started something. Damn blooming onion. I think that's why I try to say curses. Curses. And then also, like that's cursed. You're cursed. He's cursed. He's cursed. All right, we got one more minute of ads. Okay, I did do the ad break. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Please hang in there. Let's see. Please hang in there. The ads are almost over. We'll do the production. How about that? We'll go over a production overview for this, because I'll take little snippets rather than read the whole freaking thing, because I didn't realize actually that Andor had a lot more than just the intro that I originally read. Like there's a description and stuff like that in development, but we'll do production season 1 film. A new catchphrase. Just hang out in any of our groups and you'll pick up on something at some point, I'm sure. I'm sure you've gotten a few from this channel at least. The thing of the thing makes the thing work. Remember that thing? And the community's back. Okay. So let's see. Season 1 filming. Let's look at the production notes real quick. So, as I try to do. Okay. So, on December 3rd, 2020, Diego Luna confirmed that the series had started filming in London. The title of Andor, as well as behind-the-scenes footage of the filming of the series, were unveiled on December 10th, 2020 at a Disney investors meeting. Filming began in late November of 2020, so during COVID times, actually. Although Alan Tudyk was initially announced to play K2SO in the series, he later clarified in January of 2021 that while production was underway, he was not going to appear in the first season. He did, however, expect to be brought into the fold in later seasons. The showrunners opted for practical environments, with scenes being shot at Pinewood Studios and on location. One scene was shot at Pitiochry, Scotland. I probably butchered that completely, excuse me. While exterior scenes for the Aldani Dam were also filmed in Scotland at the Cruachan Pumped Storage Hydro Plant. Barracks was very expensive to create. Gilroy stated its mental build took 2 years, filming wrapped in September of 2021. Sweet. Mine are live, laugh, toaster bath, and live, laugh, lobotomy. Let's just say people are confused and concerned when I say those. Well, I say be weird. Why? Because normal is boring. That's the guy wearing a plastic bucket on his head. But you know what? That's what I like. So, anyway. Roblox is with us. Welcome back, Roblox. I hope you're well, sir. But yeah, that is the end of that part. So, having said that, Lord B is with us. B is here to chill and hang out, hopefully. So, let us see. Oh, I got a good catchphrase for you. I live my life 20 minutes at a time. That's something I say. Hashtag Beskar hug. Or Beskar hugs to all. That's something else I say. I am here now. B, what's going on, man? We're about to get going with Andor as I 20 seconds at a time. Yeah. I mean, I figured 20 minutes is a good kind of odd number, if that makes any sense. Let's see. Kay said Kathleen Kennedy originally approached Gilroy to do 5 seasons of Andor and K2 adventure type show. Gilroy convinced her to do something more serious. He and Diego Luna decided to just do 2 seasons since they didn't want to invest a decade of their lives into it, and because Luna would be so much older by the end of 5 seasons than he was in Rogue One. Yeah, that's true. And you know what? I think I read something about that saying that like the original like scope of it was to like just have it go on and on and on, but then they were just like it was like because it said like to film like the first season it literally took them 2 years to do that and all the money. I think that's what I had read the last time we started Andor was that yeah, it's like just production costs and just the time commitment alone took like a couple years just for like the first season that they were just like wow, you know, like it's gonna be long. Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad they did because I think I haven't seen season 2, but from what I understand of season 1, ultimately, you know, they've done some great justice. As soon as you said thunderstorm, I immediately thought of this. Nice. Okay. So officially, okay. So now I can get all right. I officially know this is right. So, but then you came here. That's the other thing is you could have went anywhere else, but you decided to come here. So, but it's always appreciated. You guys know that. As I cram some earbuds into my ears. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What can we do by learning? Okay. So again, anybody that happens to be new to the podcast, I will explain the rules so far, so that way, in case anybody just happens to wonder what the hell we're doing, just in general, is essentially the way this works is I do a live stream both on YouTube and Twitch. I upload the podcast to iHeartRadio and Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. So yes, that is a shameless plug, even though I'm not sponsored for anything. Essentially, this is a talk show, watch, and chat, where Twitch and YouTube do not allow us to physically watch these shows. However, that doesn't mean we can't watch them separately, but at the same time. So the way I do my podcast is that we have a timer way over there, and as soon as I say basically go, after the little redeems play off, we hit play, and ultimately we start, and we watch them from start to finish. The first 9 episodes of my podcast, we actually watched all 9 episodes of the Skywalker saga. So we started with episode 1 was episode 1, and we literally watched the entire movie with no breaks all the way through, talked and chatted throughout the entire thing, talked about what we loved, what we hated, what we're passionate about with whatever it is we're watching. And yeah, that's pretty much generally it. So once we are done doing all 9 of those, oh nice, thank you for the follow, Barbie, I appreciate that. So once we did the first 9 episodes of the podcast, episode 10 of the podcast was actually Solo, a Star Wars story, which I hadn't seen that for a hot minute, but it was great, a great freaking watch, because if you want kind of a story that isn't Force related, watch Solo, because it's just so smuggler, underworld, outlaws feeling that it really had a lot of cool stuff in it too. So the only movies that are currently out right now, other than the 9 Skywalker movies, episodes 1 through 9, is Solo and Rogue One, because then they trended to dropping all their movies and doing more TV shows. So that's basically what happened. And then Mandalorian and Grogu are coming out, and then we'll eventually watch that too. So essentially, yeah, we're doing a watch party, but it's a live talk and watch party. So yeah, that's essentially what we do. So right now I got myself queued up if anybody wants to join us. But if you cannot, unfortunately, have any way of being able to watch it on a laptop, tablet, PC, whatever, phone, that is perfectly fine. Jump into the chat with us, because I'm rambling on anyway throughout the entire thing regardless. So we're basically talking and chatting and just having a watch party, essentially. So Barbie, thank you for hanging. I'm surprised you guys haven't started. Now I'm just sitting here talking, essentially. So I'm about to, actually, to be honest, because we need to get it going at some point. That's probably like an hour later into the stream. Let's see, how long have I been streaming for at this point? Yeah, but that's fine. That is perfectly fine. So yeah, okay. So after is episode 12, actually. Andor season 1 and 2 go 12 episodes. So we're doing four podcast episodes with 3 each, because even the way even Grave had to point that out to me, and then I found out separately too, was that each chapter of Andor season 1 and 2 follows a three episode story arc. So essentially every podcast episode is 1 chapter out of the season, essentially. So it works out. So essentially 4 episodes of the podcast turns into the entire season. So yeah, we're basically doing 7, 8, and 9 tonight, and then it'll turn into 10, 11, 12 next Wednesday, which will finish season 1, and then we'll do 11, 12, or then we'll do season 2 after that. Same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah. Yep. Oh, speaking of which, actually, I can show off my finds today, which I was pretty stoked about, actually. I randomly found and went into a GameStop that had stuff on sale, or clearance, I should say. So I was like, yeah, I definitely need to jump on these. So first thing I got, actually, was a Cobb Vanth figure from the Book of Boba Fett. So I was pretty stoked about that, actually. So so I got this guy. And then what else did I get? I picked up And this was actually pretty funny because both of these had special meaning even today, to be honest. Like weirdly, even the Cobb Vanth had very special meaning for me today. And then I actually picked up, and like again, totally random, but this was today, was Kino, the pop figure for Kino Loy from Andor. So literally his pop figure on clearance, I ran across it and was like, yeah, that's got to be a sign, right? Like that that it's Kino. And I was like, yeah, dude, I gotta pick that up. I mean, come on. Like it was just so weird. Yeah, that like both of those figures, not only like I said, got a deal because they were on clearance, but at the same time I'm like, yeah, I gotta get those. What's the second one's name? The pop figure was Kino from Andor season 1. You'll see him if you're following along with us. Yeah, Kino Loy, I think. Loy, yeah. Kino Loy is what his name is. So yeah. Show and tell. Sounded like you said my name at first. The Narkina arc, yeah. Which one was that? If it happened in season 1, then yes, but I can't remember. I don't know that name. Is that what it is? Okay, yeah. Yeah, because if I'm thinking timeline wise exactly where we're at, then yeah. Because this is like the transition kind of episodes, I think, to finish it off. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's like the last arc. I think that's I don't know when it exactly starts, but I know it's coming up soon. Yeah. Kino Snoke Loy is his full name. That's what Kay says. I don't know about his middle name, but it just said Kino Loy, but Snoke would be funny, actually. Okay, so 7 would be the transition one then, ultimately. So, okay, guys. Either way, we will do the Execute Order 66 for those of you that want to join in with the
time
actual
has
live.
Come. Execute Order 66.
And then we will do, because we should be queued up at the R. Yep. Oh. Okay. It's it's not for everybody, and I absolutely understand that. And we'll get into that in a second. Ready? On the count of here we go.
And here we go.
Go. All right. What would we be stealing? Quarterly payroll. And I leave the the previously on just to go because it's nice to get the recap. Who didn't like Andor? Do I look thankful to you? Darn. With me? They definitely stole a lot of credits there. But yeah, I was really pumped to be able to get a chance to watch Maul Shadow Lord, and highly, highly, highly recommend. If you get a chance, definitely check it out. They haven't released all the episodes yet, but Cat Lady Movie Night, it is absolutely movie night. That is my podcast. At least turn this down. I don't sound like I'm shouting. Perfect. Ooh la la. So yes, my podcast is basically a talk and watch party where we're literally talking and watching throughout the entire thing. Have you seen where they do Narkina 5 runs at conventions? Just a bunch of people running around in the Narkina 5 prison suits. Seen a guy with the floaty around him too. That's awesome. I have not. No, unfortunately, I have not. But yeah, my podcasts are basically talk and watch parties where we, even though we can't physically show it, I can at least give you a nice poster, give you the timestamp of exactly where we're at on the episode, and tell you what episode we are on or the movie we happen to be watching. And also, she did. We're Grogu Green. And I did not ship any of the extra off, so particularly like on this one, there's half my finger is painted as well. So, you know. Yep, we did it today, about 2 hours ago, actually. So I was able to get them dried in time. But Kat, I hope you're doing well. Yes. So Wednesday night is always my podcast, and with the podcast, we were watching something, we were talking during it because we like to talk, and basically have a great talk and watch party, essentially. That would be a really cool cosplay, Kay said. Yeah, well, I'll have to keep an eye out for those the next time I go to a con. Yeah. And what's funny too is that there's even more stories than like after rewatching this show, like there's even more stories going on. Like there's obviously like to me there was two main stories kind of like side by siding it, but there's also like sub stories going on. So yeah. Like we were saying, yeah, Andor, I mean, much like honestly, to me yeah, it's kind of hit or miss. I mean, in the sense of like the way the show kind of comes off as because it to me it almost kind of feels like the Darth Bane trilogy where it's like it's not all just action and combat, but there's a lot of like underground subterfuge, and like spy stuff and just like diplomacy and politics and things like that, which absolutely isn't everybody's kind of theme, if you call it like that. Um, and yeah, that's perfectly fine too. I mean, I think definitely, some people can be more driven with the like the action and just like want to kind of keep the story moving where it's like, yeah, if there's a lot of talking and stuff, it just gets boring. Um, but honestly, like I tried for the longest time, honestly, when Andor first came out, and it was a while before I was able to actually sit and watch this show, where it's like every time I tried to watch it, I would fall asleep, and not because I was bored of it. It was just because like I always picked the wrong times to watch it and just like passed out essentially. So, but I was able to finally watch it before season 2 dropped. So that way I was fully caught up at least at that point. Yeah, I mean seriously, it was just like the wrong time, to like sit down and be like, okay, I'm officially gonna watch this, and like 2 seconds in, it was like, like just out. um, but that's what I mean, though. Yeah, you're right. It's like it does it does kind of start out slow-ish, yes, but like once the story really starts taking off with like exactly what's going on, then yeah, it definitely pulls you in more for sure. But I can definitely see he's definitely a strange one. Who doesn't like it? Yes. But yeah, and again, we're such hardcore fans with stuff that it's like, people are gonna like stuff, people aren't. That's just how it is. You're not pleased. Well, and you know what was funny too was that I actually posted a comment to somebody on YouTube actually that actually pointed out it's Imperial Remnant. I don't know if you guys ever know or have seen his videos on YouTube Shorts, because he does these really great, thorough observations and like basically reviews of stuff, right? Actual lore of Star Wars. And he did this one where he was talking about lightsaber combat and the training. And like I commented on it, and I'm like, you're absolutely right that not a lot of people recognize that, like, this is just spawning off on just your lightsaber comment, but like the difference between prequel era, lightsaber combat, and then Luke era combat, and then sequel era combat, that kind of thing, like the difference between what we've seen. And again, I trail back to Maul Shadow Lord, where like, yeah, great show, because that's no spoilers, but for anybody that knows Darth Maul knows he's a badass lightsaber combatant, right? And ultimately, like, that shows in his show, because he has still kept up on his training, so it's not like he's lost it. That kind of thing. But yeah, even like these scenes right here that we're watching, where specifically Mon Mothma is talking to the art dealer. Like, this was a storyline that I absolutely did not expect and just like fell in love with, because it just shows you this different side of something we knew was there but didn't know we needed to see. And that's what I love. Because that's part of the political subterfuge. And like you just said, you knew where this was going. Turning back is impossible. Basically saying that we've crossed the line, that there's no going back. Like, we've fully vested into this whatever. And but again, it's something different. It's something that a lot of people just, I think, didn't expect either. Like, not necessarily didn't expect, but like you said, it's not combat and blasters and lightsabers and stuff like that. It's like the other war that's going on that builds into everything. Just saying out loud what you already know. We'll have some new things coming in. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, on both ends. Spino said brilliant actors. Kay says Mon's just got too much heart, but that's also part of what leads to the downfall of the New Republic. That's why I'm actually really curious to see, like, how do they, particularly with like the transition with Grand Moff Tarkin, or not Grand Moff Tarkin, Grand Admiral Thrawn, like with Thrawn's return, like, because there were some systems in the Star Wars galaxy that like liked the Empire, like they liked having that like regimented control. So like when the Emperor fell, at least in the Legends and Expanded Universe, like there were parts of the galaxy that like stayed under imperial control. So I'm curious to see how they're going to kind of play that aspect of like, was there still like, did the New Republic just come in and like completely obliterate the Empire and like take over everything, or did they like give them like, you know, like the states and the parts of the galaxy that ultimately they wanted to stay like under an imperial control kind of thing? But I'm sure all that'll be spelled out at some point, canon wise anyway. Yeah, everything could be a double edged sword. Absolutely, yeah. Because you trade one government for another, but new beginnings. He gets a he gets a desk job, which is awesome. Yeah, and even watching the sequels again, I completely forgot that Starkiller Base destroyed the new like capital of the Republic, essentially, like the new home planet, because they pulled it from Coruscant and relocated it to a different planet, which they destroyed. So now it's like, okay, what'd they do with the government? Like, what happened? That needs to be explained also. Yes, sir, ma'am, sir. Attendant. Everything. I could see that, Kay. Because Kay said the Mandalorian has shown us that there's about 9 different Imperial Remnant factions about. Ahsoka 2 is supposed to deep dive into it. Hosnian Prime, yeah. And it was only moved because JJ actually did want to blow up Coruscant, but they wouldn't let him. Yeah, I could see that. But yeah, absolutely. Like that's what I want to see is like what happened. But I know, like, yeah, with Thrawn back, he's instantly gonna go find out what's going on. I mean, and then once he does, it'll be like, okay, where do we have to like basically pick up the pieces and go from there, kind of thing. Which is another great reason why Ahsoka 2 is gonna be crazy full of story, especially with Thrawn back. It's like Hunter is with us. What's going on, Hunter, man? Welcome back, sir. We are currently 15 minutes deep into episode 7. Watching the interim between what we've seen. Okay. That would be a cool cosplay. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Hunter is doing Minecrafty things. This is what revolution looks like. Go kill him. Go find him and go kill him. Remember that guy Clem? Go kill that guy. Yeah, even these episodes definitely feel like it feels like the intermission episodes basically, where it's like it's setting up between like okay, the last half of the season. Look at you, he made it. Oh, I didn't look up and see the episode name. Him. There it is. So this episode is announcement. Yeah, because episode 8 is Narkino 5. Episode 9's nobody's listening. Yeah. Because then 10, yep, 10, 11, 12 is the wrap up. Sweet. Okay. So we'll actually finish tonight. Yeah. Don't start yawning yet. We still have 2 more episodes. Nice. Good to see you're feeling better, Hunter. My tiredness is not. No. We're awake. We're awake, I promise you. We're awake. Looking forward to playing some um Dark Souls tomorrow, for sure. Have I changed so much? It can be challenging. Especially when there's an emperor on the loose. You're excused. See now, like as I started really watching this scene, especially with her doing the secret meetings with the art dealer, um, like the more and more like it pulled me in just because like I love the fact that they like gave us more Mon Mothma and like what it was she was really doing this entire time. Like the backstory that we never knew about. I've made you angry, haven't I? Yeah. The Mon Mothma people think they know. It's a lie. It's a projection. It's a front. I created a rebellion. Smile.
Why so serious?
Don't trust my husband. This is my way of saying I need you to help me, but don't look like you're helping me. Help me, but don't help me. But help me. Oh, Cass. Pasa. Pasa. What are you doing? Fly casual. Yeah. Let's put a smile. Your crazy boyfriend tries to get me killed, and I'm the villain. Who is he? But not from me. Oh, there's still feeling there, isn't there? Oh, I love that little droid. Says we can't go. We'll find a place they haven't ruined yet. No. Grill, thank you for hanging, man. Definitely appreciate it, dude. Have a great rest of your day.
May the Force be with you.
And with you, sir. Work. That's just love. Nothing you can do about that. Yep. Yep. I mean, she's basically the closest he had to a mother, essentially. No. That's yep. She basically threw out the cold hard facts, and he's like, "I like you." And that's like the chief commander of Imperial intelligence telling her, "Watch your back." Oh, Kaz is just partying. Poor guy's just trying to lay low. You need to calm down, sir. Resisting judgment. Take it up with the Emperor. All right, next episode. Starting now. What would you? Imperial cog, I know. All right. I hope she's worth it. Can't stay, and I can't go. Like Cassian was just like in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he was on vacation and gets thrown in prison. I'm just a tourist. Get in line. Narkina 5. What's Narkina 5? And he's just sitting there at his desk. Good times. Spoiler alert. Now the love story begins. They're kind of an awesome couple, aren't they? But without spoiling anything, but not really spoiling anything, I love the future meetup between her and another individual. Imperial power couple. I know. That's what I mean though, is that like this show has like so many different like angles playing that even like that right there was like kind of another little just like thing that just happens that's just kind of like like you want to see more type of thing, right? Well, that just makes him more popular, right? In the middle of the ISB council. Yeah, that's a good point. Kay says, I love the design of the ISB meeting area and also the design of Narkina. Narkina is a futuristic panopticon and also a tribute to THX 1138. Dom is with us. What's going on, Dom? Welcome back in, man. We are officially on episode 8. 10 minutes deep. We are officially on Narkina 5. Welcome to Narkina 5. Labor worthy. That will get their attention. So basically, wear the special boots. That's what they're talking about. Panopticon prisons were developed in the 18th century. They were circular and made the prisoners police themselves by believing they were always being watched. Wow. Bleed in this case. Andor in the wrong place at the wrong time again. Run program. There he is. Where is it? Kino. 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 I'm telling you, it worked out perfectly. Don't slow up my line. So essentially,
Gator don't play no shit. You feel me? Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
Least productive table. Andor's like, awesome. Still in town or commuting? I don't like you. He does not like him at all. Learning to love Coruscant. Excuse me? 400,000. Just make it up. That's crazy that they have like their own code and communication system. I'm at great risk of getting drunk. Yeah, again, that would be the boring party stuff that not a lot of people would be into, I think. Doesn't matter what your number is. Yeah, stand there a little bit more and see what happens. Stand there just a little tiny bit more. Yeah, after beginning to have Mon Mothma's story unfold really makes me anxious for season 2 to see what happens. Married at 15. Can you feel the love? Yeah. Like with Cassian, there's always like he's always thinking something. Like his brain just never stops. Nice and clean. Now, if I remember right, they actually start getting better, don't they? I think. He's watching. He's watching. Actually have a chance at winning the shift. After 30 shifts. He's a rebel. 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 Of course it stops to catch its breath, right? That is cold. I need to look for something in the back. Not on the same page. No. Shut it down. And transmission. Everyone's just waiting for him to come home, aren't they? We'll be smelling him all night. We are almost done with episode 8. Poor Andor. In more trouble, and more trouble, and more trouble. Play some games. There's plenty of them out there. That's for sure. There you go. No. No, that probably wouldn't work out, huh, Alpha? That's why I can't wait until it morphs into Rogue One. Yeah, because we're literally, after this podcast, next week, we're going to finish season 1. So basically, in 2 weeks from now, we'll start season 2. Yeah. Yes, I have seen Rogue One. So essentially, I've seen Rogue One, seen season 1 of Andor, but not season 2. Good question. What are you? Clarity of purpose. Anarchy. Good luck. He says good luck. Yep. Bad Batch is freaking awesome. I'm curious to see where we're going to see Clone Force 99 pop up again. Yeah, Saw Gerrera is definitely popping up quite a bit. Wow. Episode 8 done. Woohoo! Created by Tony Gilroy. Based on Star Wars by George Lucas. All right. Next episode, and no. I now have to take it up with the Emperor. That was a really cool show. Bad Batch, yeah. Why do you get the feeling he was flirting with her right there? It's like one would be wrong. Poor Bix. All right, episode 9. Load 9. Sarah wouldn't know how to. That's good writing. That's very good writing. If he doesn't, I'm going to be personally swimming to New Zealand to give Grave his PS5. Procured Imperial equipment. I guess it depends on what gear you're in. You seem to enjoy this. Well, she at least said something. Ooh. Who? Who? It irritates you. And now she's going to have, well, they're going to have fun. She's not. He's already, Andor's already working him too. Yeah. And let the torture begin. Disturbing. Very, very, very disturbing. Okay. Yeah. It only really took them one episode and multiple shifts later, right? For them to start scheming that they're gonna escape. It's like, all right. Haunted is back. A new color. A new color of what? The nails? The coat? We're changing things up a little. I think it's we dubbed it Grogu green. It might be bluish too, so the nails, yeah. I guess it could be Twi'lek blue too. But Haunted, welcome back. I hope you're doing okay. Speaking of actually Overwatch Haunted, I don't know if you saw or not, but yeah, it was last Saturday's stream. I did Dead by Daylight, Marvel Rivals, and Overwatch, and then like a few weeks back, we did play some Overwatch for a while too. So that is a possibility. See, what's interesting is the fact that they show the actual Senate right there is the Senate dissolving, because at the beginning of A New Hope they say that the or the Emperor finally dissolved the Senate, which makes me want to see season 2, because that leads into Rogue One, which leads directly into A New Hope. So You still don't know if you're able to do Rivals again. You can't trust that level of toxicity. I'm sorry. I'm absolutely sorry you feel that way. That sucks. It really does. I jumped into Rivals just having some fun. I was able to team up with Alpha, and Dom joined us, not for Rivals, but we did Overwatch. So it was me, Dom, and Alpha for Overwatch. So it wasn't bad. Honestly, I think I would probably play Rivals more so than Overwatch, just because I'm a big Marvel fan. So playing like the Punisher and those kind of characters, like I definitely would be more familiar with. But that's kind of what I mean, because I know Marvel Rivals came after Overwatch, and like I'm just not familiar with. Like I started playing Overwatch and played Cassidy because I'm like more of a DPS, not a tank or a healer. But like, yeah, same similar thing. Like since Rivals is the same exact concept as Overwatch, like it was definitely fun to be able to like kind of screw around with Marvel characters and have some fun there. But yeah, as far as like if there's proximity chat or voice chat or anything like that, or even like in-game chat, me personally, like the matches that I was fortunately being a part of, um, yeah, like I was fortunate to be in lobbies that everybody said GGs to each other, even if we got steamrolled over. Like we did win, I think one or two maybe, but aside from that, I mean, like everybody was pretty, like good job, that kind of thing. So I don't know if there's any kind of matchmaking or MMR that's like associated to that as far as like tier based, like or level wise, if it's broken up like that either. But yeah, your sister is a cousin. You said cousin, right? Cousin, yeah. Um, Doctor Strange, I mean, I've seen some crazy freaking videos about him. Now, players are able to like use him in a way that it's just like insane. I mean, with his teleportation and stuff like that. But I mean, again, I mean, me personally, it's like I don't take it too seriously. So I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, like if I seriously dedicated like a lot more time into playing stuff like that, and then like wanted to get good at like specific characters, I mean, Strange would absolutely be one of them for sure. But I mean, I'll never get to that level of excellency. I'm good enough to try to be able to shoot as the Punisher and actually help my team kill people or knock them out. That is. Andor's over there stirring the pot. Nobody's listening, which happens to be the name of the episode. Mm. Oh, that sucks, Haunted. And I absolutely agree with you. Yep. You play how you want to play. Wow. Well, Haunted, thank you for saying hello.
Hello there.
But one day maybe we'll get a chance to play. Absolutely. I love how he's drinking blue milk. Oh, that's funny. Again, Kino. We got a Kino pop. See? On clearance, but we still got Kino Loy. The Force willed it. You need a widower at your age. Who's left? Spoiled rich girl. We've chosen a side and we're fighting against the dark. See, even that scene right there when she leaves and you see just Mon Mothma just standing there by herself, it's like that's what pulls me in to want to hurry up and see season 2. Because it's like I want to see how this unfolds. Like how does it all work together? How does it all tie in together? And the budding romance that is unfolding before us too. Because one of my most favorite scenes, we're not going to get it during this episode, but I think it'll for sure be in the next couple. But it's coming. It's absolutely coming. What are you doing here? That wasn't a conversation. You were brought in for questioning. So now she's playing hard to get, basically. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I mean is like it's it's a it's a strange but it works relationship that it fits so well. I miss at what cost? Make it look like an accident. That's the point where they say, "You're excused now." No. Well, they're definitely not getting shocked that time. On program. Keep your men in line. Now they are learning the truth. How many guards on each level? Wow. Done. Episode 10. 9. 7. What is it? We can't even think. Episode Season 1, Episode 9. Nobody's listening. Done. Unassuming hype line. I know, right? Holy jeez. Now it's ramping up. Yeah, because they really only had episode 7 that was basically like a transition episode, essentially, right? And then like 8 basically was the start of Narkina 5, like basically the start of the entire like end season, basically end of the whole season. But yeah, I mean, it definitely, once they figured that crucial point out right there, that it doesn't matter what your time says, because if you're out and you get released, then you're never getting released. So that is insane. But yes, congratulations. We are officially done with Andor season 1, episodes 7, 8, and 9. I wanted to say 1, 2, and 3. Episodes 7, 8, and 9 tonight. So yes, now we have officially watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that means next coming Wednesday, we'll be watching 10, 11, and 12 to finish completely off Andor season 1. And then the week after that will be Andor season 2, episodes 1, 2, 3. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, I'm pretty sure I definitely watched the first episode and the second episode I want to see of season 2, but after that I don't think, and I don't even remember either, so it's going to be fun either way. But yes, done. Another almost done. We're literally like pretty much, yeah, we're basically almost finished. We literally just have 3 more episodes to go for season 1, which is going to be episode 10, One Way Out, episode 11, Daughter of Ferrix, and then episode 12, Rick's Road. So that is going to be super, super, super freaking awesome. Super, super, super freaking awesome. But yeah, that is pretty much going to wrap things up for tonight. Sweet. Very, very, very cool. So, to wrap things up again, what are we doing? What are we doing with our lives? So yes, we just got done with physically watching, not on screen, but off screen, right off to the side right here. Andor season 1, episodes 7, 8, and 9. Currently, we've already knocked out 1 through 6, so essentially that's 1 through 9. Each season has 12 episodes. But yeah, no, it's been freaking awesome. And again, I love the dual paralleling storylines between like Andor and what's going on with him, because obviously this show's about Andor, but also the paralleling story of Mon Mothma and like the politics and basically the rise of not just Palpatine. And that's what got me really thinking even tonight with this episode, because they showed specifically the Senate and, like Mon Mothma like acting in the Senate, just like we saw Padme doing the same thing. I ask myself that every day. But yes, ultimately it's crazy, because like I'm really curious to see like how, and again, I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen season 2 and I have not seen it, so we will see it. But Lord B, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, man? Gifting 10 freaking subs again, dude. The support is insane. Absolutely insanity, man. But thank you again, dude. Let us see. Who has been gifted? We have Bladed Beef, Aw Ghost, The Game Wanderer, Steve Bandit, Irk, Willie, Mitz 1990, and Sharky Snacks. Got a gift sub. That is crazy freaking awesome, man. Anakin Skywalker Lego Batman just sub too. Anime. Bees arrived. Yeah, exactly. Bees here. No, dude, I can't freaking believe it, man. That is just crazy freaking awesome, dude. Thank you, dude. Nom nom nom. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. You have better use of your credits, my dude. But no, thank you.
What? Did we just become best friends?
Yep.
So again, we will have to think about when we're going to start playing Warhammer, Total War Warhammer 3, sir. Speaking of that note, also, B making his... You missed Grave stream because you're sleeping? Well, good. I want you to get your friggin' sleep, man. You know we're all going to be around. In some way, shape, or form, that is. You're free whenever? Okay. So I'm thinking... What was I... Let me figure out what I'm going to be doing, because I think it'll definitely be soon, for sure. But we'll have to figure out, like I said, I couldn't remember if we were going to do it on stream or off stream, but either way, we'll definitely make time, yeah. Now it's my turn. It absolutely is, man. It absolutely is. But again, like I'm making sure that I'm keeping myself focused, not just streaming and being able to chat with everybody, but at the same time, like, you know, like multitasking where I'm basically watching a show and I'm chatting with everybody at the same time, but at the same time, like, not ignoring everything that's going on either. So, no. And then I'm sure at some point I'll be rewatching season 2, you know, just to go over anything I missed, but either way, we'll still get the general idea out of the way regardless. So I'm excited about that. Absolutely. Well, you know what we should do is probably we will wrap things up, yes, because officially we are basically done. The stream so far. And it is absolutely late. Hopefully it doesn't flag for anything. Yes, it is absolutely time to get some rest. So we will go over the schedule yet again. Nothing is with us. Nothing just stopped in just in time to be able to for us to say our goodbyes and catch everybody laters and all that fun stuff that does happen when we're basically done, which we essentially are. So, so again, yes. Anybody new? Yep, time to wake the Padawan up for school. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Younglings will be getting up shortly, or more or less. Yes. But yes, again, anybody new and returning to the stream, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, you awesomely beautiful people of the galaxy, and welcome again to another episode of the Darth Asylum podcast. Yes, this is episode number 13. Yes, episode 13. I am your host of Darth Asylum, broadcasting live from hyperspace. And yes, we are fortunate enough to be able to, on episode 13, watch Andor season 1, episodes 7, 8, and 9, which pretty much puts us in a prime spot to be able to next week and next Wednesday watch Andor season 1, episodes 10, 11, and 12 to completely finish off season 1, which means the following week we'll be able to jump in and finally I can start seeing season 2 because I cannot wait. Andor is a great freaking show. It is totally, absolutely awesome. Again, stream days are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, attempting, mind you, to start usually around 12 midnight my time. That is Pacific West Coast time. I am in California. But yes, Wednesday night is the podcast. Currently, right now, we are watching Andor. Excellent freaking show. One Way Out. Yep. Yep. Kay knows exactly what we're talking about. And yep. I can't wait for it. And I'm super stoked again, yes, to absolutely enjoy a Kino pop. If the glare doesn't get it too bad. But yes, we officially got a Kino pop. I don't collect every single friggin' Funko Pop, but I do at least get choice ones here and there because, again, we're all collectors. We all love toys. We all love all this fun little stuff. So it just happened to be there and was just like, you know what? Because I'm watching Andor and we're going to go into this arc, essentially, of Andor with Kino in it. I was like, dude, I just got to get it. I got to get it to represent. You bought another army? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know what? I mean, we are fans, we are collectors, we absolutely just, you know, love just the worlds we get ourselves into, the adventures that have yet to be had, and it's just crazy freaking awesome regardless. So yes, Wednesday night is the podcast. Thursday night is my current Let's Play, and right now we are playing some Dark Souls Remastered, making some progress actually, which I'm super stoked about. So we will be returning back to the Hydra, which should be the last final boss of the Dark Root Basin that I need to finish and then move on to Blighttown. So definitely making progress there. Fridays and Saturdays is ultimately turning into more of a variety night for me. So yes, we'll be mixing and matching games there too. And then Sunday night, we'll be jumping back into some Dead by Daylight. I know Grave had mentioned something about 2v8 coming back, and I think I heard something about that. So I'm not sure if it either already started or it's coming back regardless. But yeah, I mean, it just happened to be so freaking weirdly random too. You bought your first lightsaber at the convention last weekend? Nice. What saber did you get, by the way, Kay? Just out of curiosity. Look, nice. Bees over there on Canto Bite flying around. Yeah, and then again, same thing. Cobb Vanth. Picked it up on sale. There it is. There's no glare on that one there. Yeah, like I said, it was extremely freaking random that I was able to pick up a book of an actual Star Wars Book of Boba Fett Cobb Vanth figure too, and I was just like, yeah, I need to get that. Kylo Ren's nice, very cool. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm doing my best to not tap into crazy ness when it comes to collections, but at the same time, you know what, like I said, there's certain things that pop up here and there that it's just like, you know what, you gotta go for it regardless, because like I said, we're creatures of habit, we're creatures of collecting, and it's heavy. Nice. No, that is very cool. I was thinking, like, if I were to get an actual saber, like which one would I get? But there's so many freaking sabers out there too, just like helmets to collect and just everything else under the sun. There's just so many freaking things to just collect and want. Absolutely, that's the insanity of it all. But that's okay. That is okay. You're in Grievous mode now. You need more. Yeah. Go do yourself a favor and go watch that meme again. Yeah, where Grievous is just running around the entire 9 movies, just stealing everybody's lightsaber the second. Like Kylo, I love that one where Kylo throws his lightsaber into the water, and you see Grievous come running out of nowhere and just jumping into the water to go grab it because it's like, ooh, mine! I gotta get it. But yeah, no, it's been crazy, freaking awesome. And again, yeah, B, you are a freaking legend, my dude. Thank you again for the craziness support that you're not just ultimately giving me, but like with Grave and Monster and all that stuff, dude. Thank you. Absolutely. That those credits are definitely going to a very, very good place. Absolutely. So thank you again, man. Please remember to take care of yourself first and foremost. Absolutely. And then, you know what? Nothing's ever expected, but always freaking loved and appreciated, my dude. Thank you guys. And again, all the support and just all the attention and all the love and everything like that from everybody has just been freaking awesome and amazing as always. And you guys are all the legends. It's always my honor and privilege to be able to hang out and know all of you. Please remember that. So yes, absolutely. It's crazy fun, more adventures to be had. I also have something else kind of in the works right now that I just started kind of not just brainstorming, but I'm leading something into something, which I will definitely reveal in some way, shape, or form at some point soonish. But it is going to be, I can say ultimately, it is something Star Wars related, and it is different, but I think it's going to be freaking awesome fun. But either way, that's just a teaser ultimately of something that, yeah, I really started thinking about recently, and was just like, you know what, this needs to happen, and started working on stuff. So yes, more details to be had at some point later, but something dark side. Well, it can be related. That is absolutely true. But no, I think it's going to be, like I said, something very, very, very different, but freaking, I'm stoked. Just like the podcast. Let's put it that way. Similar to the podcast of the brainstorm of like, okay, like if I wanted to do something like this, then how can we make this happen? And then eventually, boom, here we are, right? Same concept. Not a podcast, but same kind of general creative concept that, yeah. Yeah, it's something barely in the works, barely getting created, but at the same time, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But either way, so let's see. Ooh, Miss Vero's on. Let's raid Miss V. Miss Vero, by the way, shares the same birthday that I do. I have December 27th. Yes, so she is actually my birthday twin, believe it or not, and she's in New Zealand actually. So we'll throw a raid her way now that we're wrapping things up too. So either way, like I said, thank you guys for all the crazy support. Shout out again to B for his generosity, man. Thank you. Can't appreciate it and say thank you enough. Always, my dude. Yes, we will plan a time to have some Total War Warhammer 3 fun. Either way you look at it, but yes, I'll be back later tonight, my Thursday night, because now I'm officially going to sleep. So when I wake up, it's going to be mystically Thursday already. So, but yeah, you guys that have been following along, at least with the podcast, at least with the support for that, and the channel in general, of course. No, it's been a really cool freaking adventure to be able to, you know, start this and actually do something that's interactive, so we can kind of follow along with each other and revisit, you know, stuff that we've already seen, but at the same time just enjoy the content regardless, or talk about it, you know, either way. So yeah, absolutely. Something dark side. Exactly. But yes, so as always, please continue to have a great and safe week in all of your parts of the galaxy. We are Wednesday going into Thursday, if you're not already in the future again. But yes, please continue to have a great and safe week. Either way, let's finish up what we got to do, get to the weekend so we can have a great and safe brand new weekend as well. But yes, I will be back later tonight, absolutely, for some Dark Souls Remastered, death over death over death over death over death. Hopefully we left off at the Hydra, so we can kill the Hydra and move on with our lives and make more progress there regardless. So yep, no, thank you guys for the support. Like I said, thank you guys for being the awesome legends that you all are. No take backsies, infinity, ha ha ha, Grave. I beat you to it, sir. Yes, and we will hope that you will get your PS5 tomorrow, or at least in the next couple of days, because the post office will absolutely figure it out. And yeah, make sure everything works out the way it needs to work out, I guess, in that sense. So because it has to. It absolutely has to. You win this round. You win this round, yes. Absolutely. There's hope for you yet. Well, thank you, New Anakin Skywalker. I appreciate that. But yes, we are going to wrap things up ultimately. So like I said, we will raid Miss V so we can pop in. I definitely need to jump in and say hi to her regardless real quick anyway, because somebody was kind enough to gift me a sub to her channel either way. So definitely need to help share the support and love there either way. And she's playing some DVD, so it's all good. So either way. Yeah, I know what needs to happen. Yeah, either way. But we will make it so, regardless, right? We will absolutely make it so, because we need to make the best out of what we have, the time we have, and absolutely the way the galaxy is, regardless. You know what? We got to make the best out of everything as best as we can with what we have and how we are, and be the better people as always. So so I have the path, now I need the means. Like I said, you're this close to us just going over there and just hand delivering it at this point, basically. So essentially is what I hear. Either way. So okay, guys, time to wrap things up. So yes, again, please stick around. We're gonna raid Ms. Vero. She is an awesome another New Zealander, Kiwi, I believe, right, Grave? Kiwi. But yes, please stick around for that, and then we will wrap things up again. So again, shout outs to Lord B. Thank you, man, for the support. Crazy appreciated. Thank you guys again. At this point, I'll just break into things. I'm telling you, man, I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying we need to figure out a way that Grave can finally get and go get what he needs in a way that ultimately he gets it, because he's been having issues somehow, basically. But yes, either way. All right, guys, time to get out of here. Time to wrap things up. So again, please continue to have a great and safe rest of your week in your parts of the galaxy. I'll be back later tonight, like I said, with a Let's Play series for Thursday night, Dark Souls Remastered. Time to die. But right now, it is time for snack and sleep. Either way we look at it. So thank you guys for hanging. Thank you guys for being awesome as always. And like I said, please stick around. We're going to raid Miss V, because she's playing some Dead by Daylight. So that is going to wrap things up for tonight. So thank you guys again. Please continue to have a great and safe rest of your week in your parts of the galaxy, and we'll catch you guys next time. So until then, be good, be safe, love you, and talk to you later.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.